This is a wake-up call that if you don't lead and lead with a clear vision and a clear direction, you're going to get absolutely slaughtered.
If we don't win the economy, we're going to lose next year in the midterms.
It was a disaster. It was an electoral blowout.
As Republicans digest and analyze the recent election drubbing, there is a new panic among GOP lawmakers in the House. It involves the Epstein files. Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. Congressional Republicans say the rumors and speculation are spreading like wildfire. A few lawmakers say they've heard from contacts at the FBI and Department of Justice who warn that the Epstein files, copied and maintained at several government agencies, contain images and information about Donald Trump that are far worse than has been publicly alleged. The most graphic public accusation to date has been from journalist Michael Wolff, who says that Jeffrey Epstein showed him lewd photographs of Trump with topless teenage girls.
There are two in which Trump is, the girls, topless girls, are sitting on Trump's lap. And then a third in which he has a stain on the front of his pants.
Those images, while perhaps embarrassing, could possibly be explained away as Donald Trump partying with Jeffrey Epstein while Trump was in between marriages. But the rumor mill in Congress and the growing fear among GOP lawmakers is that the Epstein files contain far more disturbing Trump images and videos. Epstein and Trump were close friends for 15 years. Epstein allegedly trafficked and abused underage girls. And the key question has been, did Jeffrey Epstein, perhaps for blackmail reasons, keep evidence of criminality or even depravity of others? And did that include Donald Trump, who has denied any wrongdoing? Until recently, some Republican lawmakers said they did not believe such evidence about Trump existed. But several GOP lawmakers now say that Attorney General Pam Bondi's testimony to the Senate recently was noteworthy and triggered GOP panic. Bondi was asked specifically about the existence of the lewd Trump photographs, and Bondi refused to issue a denial.
Do you know if the FBI found those photographs?
Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump, left and right.
That was not a no. And now, with more back-channel guidance allegedly coming from the Department of Justice and FBI, several Republicans are clearly flipping out. To get out in front of the Epstein files, lawmakers say that once Speaker Johnson brings the House back in session, Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva is sworn in and adds her signature to a discharge petition triggering a House vote on the Epstein files, more than 100 House Republicans will vote for the Epstein files release. Several House Republicans fear that if they are seen as having protected Donald Trump, they will get killed politically when the files eventually go public. Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist David K. Johnson believes there is a chance that Republican and Democratic lawmakers will unite to try and remove Donald Trump from office.
If we get access to the photos and videos that we know were seized in the raids on Jeffrey Epstein's multiple homes, and they show Trump in compromising positions, I don't see how he could possibly survive that.
To be clear, as Trump supporters and critics game out what may happen, there is an argument that Trump will simply claim any images are AI and cannot be believed. However, several Republicans note that Donald Trump's political power and standing have already been weakened by his low approval ratings, inflation, and now the stark Republican election losses.
Normally, the party in power is going to lose. I mean, you're going to go backwards. But I think what should alarm Republicans is the margins of victory in New Jersey and Virginia. They weren't even close. And you got to look at it. The Democrats are galvanized. They're angry at Doge cuts that were on and off the chaos. They're angry at whether it's the Guard, the National Guard being sent to our cities. I mean, a whole host of issues has galvanized the Democrats, which is somewhat normal. But I think what's concerning is a lot of our swing voters also went back towards Democrats, mainly because they don't see an improvement in the economy. And I think tariffs are part of that problem. And I think the president, by trying to assign blame on the shutdown, I think he's missing the bigger picture.
And it's a political picture that is bleak for Donald Trump even before the Epstein files become part of the equation.
People are tired of not being able to afford housing. They're tired of not being able to afford groceries. The president is working on all of that. Secretary Besson is working on all of that. And it takes a couple of years to get his system fully firing. But we've got to have leadership that's going to say, we're going to take on the healthcare giants. We're going to go after the insurance companies.
Many Republicans say that even if the Epstein files showed nothing, Republican survival in the midterms is going to require focusing on populist economic concerns and on having Donald Trump fully committed and engaged.
To put it very succinctly, President Trump, being president is a huge job. That's obviously an understatement. But he has spent a lot of time looking out at the world and trying to fix things. I think it is time to come home and to focus on especially our economy. People are feeling completely disabled economically, David, and I think that is a lot of what is happening here. And if we don't come home and focus on our domestic issues, I'm afraid our midterms will look like this.
I think he should really focus on this. Maybe he needs to do an economic summit and at the White House and bring young people in and hear their concerns.
That's because, a great idea.
People they're driving Ubers on the side. They're working 2 and 3 jobs. And all our time across the country following the Trump campaign, everybody was working 2 and 3 jobs. And it's very, very difficult today.
A few Republican lawmakers and pundits say they still believe the economy will get better over the next year. Consumer confidence will rise, and Donald Trump's political standing will get stronger. As we've seen through the years, a politically strong, popular Donald Trump is a tour de force in election politics. However, several Republicans see Trump as increasingly weak and in danger of bringing down countless Republican lawmakers, even without the Epstein files. And now, with rumors and speculation hitting overdrive about what may be in those files, lawmakers are trying to inoculate themselves from Trump, bracing for the worst, and anticipating the next several months for Donald Trump and his Republican Party will be horrifying. By the way, House Speaker Mike Johnson nearly broke down the other day, and Democrats are hitting him with a new harsh tagline.
The Trump administration and Mike Johnson are running a pedophile protection program. That's what they've been doing. And that's the reason why they refused to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. For weeks now, and Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva is unable to serve 800,000 plus people in the state of Arizona, all because of the pedophile protection program being run by Mike Johnson and House Republicans at the direction of their boss, Donald J. Trump.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from Jokers, who wrote, "We shouldn't pay taxes on anything until the government opens." I hear you. I look forward to reading your comments about Republican lawmakers freaking out as speculation and rumors about the Epstein files flood Congress. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.